Welcome to my channel, Donna B. ACM. I'm hailing from the state that says hi to the world. For those people who have not picked up a world map, that would be Michigan in the United States. In the Big Mitten is what I like to call it. And I wanted to jump on here today to give a kind of introductory of what kinds of crystals are out there and how you can incorporate them into your life a little bit better. And the first thing I wanted to talk about is, the shapes of crystals. And you can tell that some crystals, you can actually identify crystals by the shape that they've grown in. The first one I wanted to show you are clusters. And clusters are crystals that grow together with their same kind in the same type of environment. And this would be a cluster. This is a quartz cluster. Here is another quartz cluster. It's just a bunch of the quartz. And how this particular type of cluster works is it amplifies the energy around a room. So for those people who don't have a lot of energy when they first wake up in the morning, set this on your table and you could possibly have a little bit more energy with your coffee. Don't put it in your coffee, just sit with it. It will amplify the energy around you. The next one, most people think when they think about crystals, they think that they're looking at a rock. And this is a rock that is like what a normal rock would feel like. It's heavy. But the beauty of this is when you open it up, that's what's in there, a whole world of crystal. And this is called a geode. And it goes right back together as if nobody had ever taken it apart. Both of these are crystals that you can enjoy around your house. This is kind of decorative. Here is a part of a geode. This is amethyst. And this is very nice and healing. I go to this a lot. Almost every time I get a shot. And I just put it on my arm. It feels so good. The other kind of shape that I want to talk about are things that have points on them or how they grow in a particular way. This is the stellar beam calcite, which gives it its name. Some crystals that have points on it or on them are simply this is jade, and this is called a pillar. This is also very decorative and can add energy to your home. And you can tell this particular stone, it's a pillar, and it has a weird growth pattern in it, and it's all layers. This is a 1,000-layer stone. Yeah, here is another type of pillar. And this is the serpentine. And having these in your house in different areas can help amplify whatever energy that stone possesses. So that's what helps you determine which stone you want to have. Do your research. I would suggest do your research before you grab any stone and put it into your environment. They all have different qualities to them that can lead to different kinds of energy. And some energy is good, but some energy you don't really want all the time. Here are tumbles. This is crazy lace agate. And I'm talking crazy lace. So this is a particular type of stone. It has a lot of disruptive energy. Yeah, I'll just leave it at that. These are other tumbles that, and what a tumble is it's a particular kind of stone. It's shiny, it's been tumbled, it's manufactured. The stone is comes out as natural stone, but then when you put it in with abrasives and stuff like that, it's called tumbling. And that's what gives this effect of a very smooth stone where it might not have been smooth at the beginning. And these are called tumbles when they're like under an inch. The other kind of stone that a lot of people might have, and this is also decorative, this is called a slab. And slabs, this is now this is a slab of a particular kind of stone that when they got a big piece of it, they basically took a saw and just cut it into many slabs. And this is called fluorite. You can see it's kind of translucent. And working in a slab lets you see its beauty, which is nice. The other kind that I see that a lot of people can have in their possession and carry around with them is, and this is called a palm stone. This fits right in your palm. It's about that size. And you can carry this or meditate with it if you are looking for this particular kind of energy. This is a great stone. It's ocean jasper. And ocean jasper gives you that watery type of energy if you're looking for um, things that ocean jasper would help you with. The next stone I want to show you, and this is called a thumb stone. And you can almost see that there is a thumb mark, or it's kind of has a divot in there. Some people call it a worry stone, but if this is the energy, then this is the particular kind of stone. And you would go for what energy you're looking for to what stone you would use. But in this size and this shape, this is called a thumb stone. And that is another way you can have them in your space. Now, some stones, they're just normal stones. If you have ever done a layout with me, you know I don't always go for the shiny, polished, pretty stones. Although they're all pretty, this is called fuchsite. And this is a regular stone. It's all the same color, which makes it's all the same color. Some stones have their own shape and develop and work on their own shape. This is an ammonite. This was shaped as a spiral. And this has its particular kind of energy, which is nice. Some stones naturally form in a very specific shape. This would be one of them. This is called pyrite. And it was not shaped this way. This is how it was originally made. It was not been polished. It's kind of got a gold hue to it, called pyrite. And this is the shape that it naturally comes in. Here's a nice stone. This is called red calcite. You can tell it's calcite by its buttery feel. You know, it's very smooth. And having paper on them does not shirk their energies. A lot of my stones still have the stickers on them. I want to make sure that people know what they are when they pick them up. So this is red calcite, and this was just a mass that ended up just being broken up or cut up in this particular way. So stones can also grow in a mass. The next stone I wanted to show you is a sphere. Spheres are great to have around your house with a good stone. This is rose quartz. And spheres kind of amplify the energy everywhere. So that's why a sphere is a good stone to have that has a lot of good energy. Just having this in your home can help the people who are in proximity to it have a little bit more loving thoughts. And that includes self-love as well as love between two people. So I am a fan of rose quartz. And this is a sculpted stone. This is a dragon. My daughter born in October. Rose is the stone for October. Her Chinese sign is the dragon. That's why I have this one. The next stone and shape that I wanted to talk about is a double terminated or points. Points can either have one point to them, and that's where it grew. That's where it grew out of the ground from. This is where the matrix would have been, is right around here. And then it grows up out like that. And you can see the different facets that are at the top. This would be called a point. This is also considered a point. And you can see the facets right there. And this would be considered a quartz point, where this would be a smoky quartz point. Quartz has that six-sided type of growth pattern, usually. However, some quartz can be called double terminated. Here's the one point on this side, and the other points are over here. This would be a double terminated type of quartz. That's double terminated. And this is a natural one. So how this particular quartz energy runs, it runs both ways. So that's why you would use this particular kind. Here is a polished one, very, very clear. It is double terminated as well. Here is another kind of crystal. It is a Vogel type crystal. Double terminated as well. But the specific type and angle gives it its energy. And it is still quartz. Some crystals have their own type of how they grow, and this is called a cluster as well. This is a star aragonite, and it is a cluster as well. This is a pretty cool stone. One of my favorites. And as always, you can use a stone depending on what you are looking for. Here is another rose quartz. Some stones are good to wear. This would be one of them. It's an amethyst, very decorative, good to wear. It's a good stone. This is a Lemurian. I wrapped this one. So whenever you need a Lemurian, this can be right around your neck and very accessible, as well as on the other stones. Can be made into necklaces and worn. Some stones are automatically in the shape for health and beauty. This is a rose quartz, as well as this. And these are for health and beauty. Rose quartz is a good stone for the skin. And this is jade, which is also a very nice type of stone to incorporate into your life. There are big points. This is a big point, as well as smaller ones. So hopefully you have found something to incorporate into your life. But before you go out purchasing stones, I do want to talk a little bit about safety. Some stones can be toxic. There is a site you can go to, mindat.org, which can give you some information on how, if there's any toxicity associated with that stone. But sometimes there are a lot of stones. As I was working with someone who was very depressed and down, and I said, well, what kind of stones are you carrying? And they told me that they're carrying like a couple of these and a couple of other black stones and a couple of other black stones, because they thought the one black stone is making me feel better. I'll get a whole bunch more of the same type of color. And that particular kind of stone sent them into a huge depression. So make sure, get in touch with somebody who knows their stones, and have them write you up what stones will support your healing, support your emotional well-being. Having a fistful of black stones is not it. So if one's going to make you feel good, don't just keep on adding to it. It could end up making you feel a little bit more down than you need to be. They're not meant to carry. If one does good, then carry 12 more. This is not one of those types of stones. Although this is a really good one. This is a really good black stone. I certainly wouldn't be carrying a whole bunch of them. So as stones come in slabs, already in a shape to use, decorative, something you can tuck into a pocket, or stones that you can actually use for activities that you're doing. These are all the different types of stones and the shapes of them. I hope you have learned a little bit. My aim is to be as honest as I possibly can to give you all the information that I am aware of. I would highly suggest you do your research, especially if you're going to be carrying more than one of the stones. A lot of times they can conflict with each other as well. So hopefully you have enjoyed a little bit more peek into the energies of stones, the shapes of the energies, and how they can benefit and support your life. Whether it's in your home or something that you're wearing, they all have great energies. Just make sure you're using them the way that you want them to be used, and what kind of energy that the stones themselves carry. If you thought this was interesting, please like, share, and subscribe to my channel. It helps my content get out. And I will be hopefully doing a little bit more on the energy stuff as well as hopefully bringing in astrology. Thank you.